Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening. Welcome to our class, Construction Technology. Okay, my name is Nur Padzlihatun Mana and I'm going to be your instructor, alias your lecturer for today, for this class. I just want to know, some of you actually I haven't met yet. I think Saif, Abbas, Hassan and Salah, I have already teach you guys last semester, right? Have you got like good marks on that? You guys?
No, we don't have a group, but I know Abbas and Muhammad Hassan from Unimap because we were together in the degree.
I see.
And of course, I've gotten to know Muhammad Saif here.
All right. So I know Dennis Warren is this is the first time actually with us, right, Dennis? Hello. Yes. Hi. If you can, if you can you turn on your camera, all of you, all four of you? Is it okay? So that I won't have to. Yeah. Hello, Abbas. Hello, Saif. Hello, Muhammad Hassan. Who is this? Mahir Hire. Hello, Mahir Hire. Hello, Dennis. This is our first time. Hello, Salah. Met you yesterday. Okay, so hello, Mahir. Waalaikumsalam. Hi. So this is your first semester, is it, Mahir? Same like Dennis,
No.
right? No.
No, not that I deferred the last semester. So
I see. Okay. So I think we have like seven students. All right. So as we have 2 new students, okay, I think it is proper if we start this class by introducing ourselves, even though that half of you is actually known each other. But for the sake of new students, newcomers, I would like you to introduce yourself to the class. Okay, and let me start with myself. Right. My name is Nur Padzlihatun binti Mana. Okay, and my background is in civil engineering. I did my civil engineering back in starting 1998 till 2002. So like I'm quite old, 20 years older I think than you guys. Okay, and I have like less than 5 years of experience in construction industry, working as engineer in multiple construction companies, including Malaysian Maritime and Dredging Corporation, and as well as Dr. Nick and Associates Sundan Berhad. In 2007, I joined University Tun Hussein on Malaysia as tutor. Right at that point of time, I haven't had my master's yet. So I did, registered with UTHM, and then they sent me to University Putra Malaysia to do my engineering management in 2006 till 2008. But at that point of time, I have already started my master's, but in part-time base. So I finished everything within a year, and then Alhamdulillah, I got my master's in engineering management in 2008. Okay, and then UTHM sent me to Imperial College London to do my PhD in environmental research, and also they sent me 8 months ago. In 2019. In 2019 up until 2020, they sent me for my postdoctoral research at Imperial College London at the Centre for Environmental Policy. So I just got back here 8 months ago. So my research interest is in sustainable construction. Alright, so that is my introduction about myself. if you can, okay, can you introduce yourself? Okay, let's start with the maybe perhaps Dennis Warren. Can you start? Can you introduce yourself to us?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Dennis.
Can you make it louder, please?
Hello, my name is Dennis. I'm 25 and I'm ex-DHM student.
From which faculty?
FPTP.
FPTP. You're CMC also? CMC, like you BBC?
Yes.
Which batch? Have I taught you before? have you attended my class before?
2016.
2016?
I graduate. I can't remember.
I can't remember. But I teach you, have I?
2016 to 2019.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Have I teach you?
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
I don't know.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. If you graduated in 2016, perhaps I taught you actually, because I got off from my I got my PhD in 2013, and then I started to teach in 2014. So perhaps in that 2 or 3 years, maybe our line have crossed. Okay. So you are you currently working in construction industry?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Working as a site supervisor.
Site supervisor for how long now? 5 years already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, what makes you to come to your alma mater to get your masters?
I just want to finish my master. The whole life.
Okay, where are you? I see. Where are you now?
I'm staying at Pahang.
Pahang. Okay. Thank you, Dennis. Welcome to MPC, and I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of your journey. Alright. Okay, and welcome back to MPTP. Okay, thank you. And then let's go to Mahir. Mahir, you're still there? Okay, maybe perhaps later. Okay, Muhammad Hassan, can you introduce yourself? Just for the sake of, yeah, okay.
My name is Muhammad Hassan Aden. I'm from Somalia. I graduated for secondary high school at 2014. I traveled for Malaysia 2015, 11 October. So I started my bachelor degree is 2016. So now I'm graduating for UNIMA for bachelor degree in civil engineering by last semester for 2020.
Oh, I see. You haven't finished yet. Yeah, at the UNIMAP, is it?
Yeah, I already finished.
You already finished. Okay. Welcome. So, what makes you choose MPC? Mohammed, why you choose MPC?
Because my program for bachelor degree is civil engineering. So I'm interesting for construction. So that's it. MPC construction technology, right?
Yes, yes. Okay, so do you have many friends here? I think yeah, I think we have many,
I'm so interested for.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have here.
Yeah, okay. So I think we receive many UNIMAP scholars for that enroll in our MPC course. So thank you so much for choosing us, UTHM, choosing MPC. I hope whatever that you whatever that you hope to get from MPC, you're going to get it at the end of this program. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Muhammad Saif. I know you. It's just that for the sake of new students, why don't you, introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Muhammad Saif. I'm 30 years old. I graduated from IUKL in civil engineering. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So Saif, this is your second semester, right? Here?
This is the third semester.
Third semester. So you are going to finish. This is your last semester, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this is your senior. He has lots of experience. Okay, thank you, Saif. Okay, what about Abbas? Abbas, you're still there?
Yes, Doctor.
Hello.
My name is Abbas Ibrahim. I'm from Somalia. I'm 26 years old. I've graduated from University Malaysia Perlis with a degree of civil engineering.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So Abbas, this can be considered your second semester. But for registration sake, this is your first semester, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the first semester.
It's okay. I know it's
Yeah,
very
it's alright.
hard. I know it's very hard for for
Yeah, it was experience.
yeah. But I don't know. Last semester, you did your research methodology. So I don't know. Maybe perhaps you can ask the coordinator. Okay, perhaps you I don't know. You're going to take it once or twice. Have you asked him?
No, I haven't asked, but I think I have to take the research methodology again.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, although I have done all the preparation on defense, but I have to do again as long as I am not registered before as a student.
Yeah, but you are such a reliant and also such a hardworking student. I've checked your research methodology chapters, the 3 chapters. It is not comprehensive, but I don't know. It's good if you can continue doing it. Okay, but that's very good because you haven't let go yet. Although you face lots of things. Okay, I wish you're going to get your MPC certificate smoothly. Okay, due to these challenges that you have already faced, right, Abbas?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, last but not least, Salah. Are you there?
Yes, Dr.
Okay.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Salah Hamid. I'm from Yemen. I graduated from civil engineering from UNIMAP last year. This is my last sem here, and yes, that's it.
All right. So last semester. So Salah is my master project under my supervision. So I hope you are going to finish. And looking at your progress, I think you are going to finish smoothly. Continue being a good student, and yeah. So we have another semester to go.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So I think thank you, Salah. So I think this is your second course or second subject that you've taken, that you've attended the class, okay, for MPC. I know it's going to be a bit hard for you guys, okay. Maybe perhaps you are going to feel a bit tired, but don't worry. My course, okay, wouldn't be looking at your experience and looking at your background, education background. All of you are actually coming from civil engineering background, same like me, because I have experienced students from which their background is coming not from the engineering background. Some of them are actually from general courses like management and all that sort of things. It's just that right now everyone is in engineering background, so I think you have been exposed for your bachelor degree, okay, about construction industry. Okay, so this can be considered as the ice breaking session. So we have known each other, so let's move on to the next section. All right.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. So we are going to have like 3 hours, 2 hours more, 2 hours and a half. So it's really, not that it's kind of boring, just to talk to myself with this camera. If you can, you can talk to me, turn on your camera and perhaps give some feedback. All right, just for the sake of, just I just need to make sure that I didn't just talk to myself. Okay, so let's go to our first introduction about the subject, okay, about the chapters that you are going to learn in this subject, okay. But perhaps, okay, let me share with you, okay, this is a quote that I found recently, okay, and I like it very much. All right, keep in mind, okay, this is a quote that perhaps can become your mantra, like myself now, okay. I like this quote: do something today that yourself will thank you for. Okay, so whatever you do, okay, keep in your mind that you are going to make it, okay. You are going to make it for the sake of your future self. So if you did it right right now, okay, inshallah, okay, in the future it will return good terms for you, okay. So this relates to construction. Like I said, my background is in environmental and civil, okay. So I like sustainable construction. So construction is very, like I can say that because of the 3D setting of the industry, okay, which is dangerous. What else? The 3D of construction industry. What is the 3D setting of the construction industry? Dangerous. What else? Dirty. What else? Huh? Anyone can?
Delightful?
Delightful?
I don't know, doctor.
Delightful. Okay, acceptable, because maybe perhaps you like the construction industry very much that you find it like a food or something like that. Okay, so maybe perhaps, okay, you can download the note that I've given you, and in the author, okay, I've shared with you, okay, the all the things. Yes, difficult. That's correct. Okay, the 3D setting of the construction industry. Okay, the dangerous, dirty, and difficult. Okay, this 3D setting makes lots of people, try to simplify whatever that they are trying to do in order to build the building, the facilities, okay, and usually, okay, the solution to the challenges of this 3D setting in construction industry makes us unaware that what we do, whatever decisions that we take in construction industry, during the process of building that, we are going to take shortcuts. Okay, this shortcut is actually what is going to ruin, or what is actually going to affect the future, okay, the livelihood of the of your, even your future self. Okay, so it is very important for us to think about the future. How are we going to live in the future? Okay, so that we can take a hint about what are we going to do at this point of time. All right. So having the knowledge, okay, learning what you guys are doing right now, okay, taking this class, okay, enroll in MPC is one good way, okay, to prepare for your future self. I hope that whatever that you are going to, achieve in the future, you are, that is the result of what, of what the steps that you have already taken in the past. Okay, so this is a phrase that I hope you guys can remember and keep in mind. Okay, so the main aim, we go back to this course, okay, construction technology course, specifically designed for master's student. Okay, I know Dennis Warren perhaps have already taken this subject in bachelor degree, but this is an upgrade, okay, because bachelor degree is, yeah, the basis is there. It's just that perhaps we can learn more about it, okay. And I don't know, maybe in UniMap, okay, Uni Perlis, UKL, perhaps you have already also learned about construction technology, okay, and you have been exposed to construction and what are the process, who are actually the stakeholders, okay, and maybe the technology that relates to this industry. But I hope that you can open up your mind, okay, and try to learn something new. All right, this is considered as lifelong learning. All right, so the main aim of this course, okay, construction technology MPC 10303, is to introduce, okay, construction industry, the technology application in construction, okay, the construction technology itself, what is the heavy construction, construction machinery, information and communication technology, ICT application in construction, and professional practices in construction technology. Okay, so this is the main aim of our course. So there will be 3 outcomes, okay, that you are going to get. So at the end of this semester, okay, we have designed, okay, 3 course learning outcomes as below, okay, as as what I've shown you. Okay, first is to describe, Okay, the importance of the growth of related technology in the construction industry. So it means to say that at the end of this course, you will be able to describe, okay, what is the importance of the growth of related technology in the construction industry. And second one, you will be able to apply current construction technology in construction project management. Okay, and the third one, you will be able to use enhanced communication skills through group assignment solving. All right. So I hope, okay, after 14 weeks and one test and one final exam, you will be able to grasp all these three outcomes. Okay, so course information. I have already mentioned this before, but I very much like to repeat it again. Okay, all the notes, all the marks, all the communication notes between us, I'm going to use WhatsApp. Okay, and also author UTHM. Okay, so you please make sure that you register yourself properly, okay, to get access to UTHM author. Check if you have already registered, please check, okay, your author, and then please download all the notes, all the all the extra notes I have already given you, and please, if you can, try to read it before our class so that you are prepared and so that you can have you can be better informed, okay, right during or after my class. All right, so like I mentioned also, I am going to upload this video recording into my YouTube channel. Okay, just find my name, okay, or just Google my the website that I have already show you here, okay, and watch it all over again and again. I did this because I want to improve my communication between myself and my students. Okay, I received feedback saying that, okay, some of the students didn't get the recording, okay, and some of them are actually having trouble to browse through their WhatsApp history chats. All right, because maybe because there are many classes and many WhatsApp channels, okay, they got confused and they haven't got the management system that is working for them. So I take a step forward, okay, to put everything into the YouTube, okay, in order to help my student. And also this step forward is actually supported by the UTHM that asked me to prepare massive open online course so that we can introduce UTHM, okay, to our fellow friends, to the public. All right. Okay. Before we go to the next section, do you have any question?
All good.
No, yes.
No yet. All right. Okay. So what you see here is what will work on this semester. I have already mentioned this in this synopsis, okay, the aim, okay, but this is in a form that is easily understood, okay. So what we are going to learn, okay, these 7 sub-chapters. Alright, we are going to start with construction industry overview, which I think it is at your fingertips already right now, okay, because you all have actually been exposed to construction industry, but we'll see, okay, we'll see whether we can add up, okay, the information. Alright, second week or the third week for this MPC, okay, we are going to learn about construction technology in detail. Okay, and then we are going to learn about construction machineries, and then we are going to learn about heavy machineries used in construction industry, and also ICT in construction, and green technology. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to learn about professional practices, okay, in construction industry. So that is 7 sub-chapters we are going to learn in this subject. Okay, so we move on to the first subchapter. Okay, so in this subchapter, the first subchapter, you are going to learn 8 topics. Okay, you are going to be exposed to technology growth, okay, construction systems and technology, construction types, construction parties, technology challenges, okay, technology development and application, technology requirements, and also development process. So we move on to the introductory part of the construction. Okay, if I can I ask any of you to give a definition from what you understand about construction? Can any one of you help me define what is construction? Anyone? Saif?
Basically, doctor, it's the action of building something.
Yes.
Typically or usually a large structure.
Yes. So that is the definition from Google, isn't it? So it's quite it's quite it makes us understand more easily, because construction is to build, the act to build anything. Structures, okay, relates to, you know, the need of human to have a space, okay, or the need of human, you know, to build structures, okay, to supply the needs of human, to perhaps a breach, okay, or even like myself, I have experience. I have worked before with a civil engineering company that didn't build anything actually, okay, but it is a special trade, okay, which is highly required to be done, okay, in order for you know, the client to construct structures. Okay, for your kind information, I have experience working with like I mentioned, Malaysian Maritime and Dredging Corporation. Okay, so we didn't build anything, but we provide service in order to help, you know, fishermen, in order to help client to build wharf, okay, or jetty, or, you know, waterfront development and everything. So if we are not there to provide help, okay, if MMDC is not there to provide help, perhaps the cost the cost for the client to get services perhaps can be multiplied, okay, because Malaysian Maritime and Dredging Corporation is a local company, and dredging cost is actually high, considering the machineries, okay, the ship, the trailer hopper suction dredger that requires, you know, high maintenance, and in order to get going to do the dredging works. Okay, so in this later part, I'm going to share with you guys also about what are the technologies, what are the machineries, okay, what are the parties and all of that. Okay, just be you know, just be patient. I'm just going to you know, I'm going to make it a bit general. Perhaps it's going to bore you, but this is a part of the subject. So it is my responsibility to remind you guys again, whatever the general terms are. Okay, so this is construction. Okay, so as you know, we now currently in Malaysia, we are moving from a tragedy that faced by us, okay, that relates to COVID-19. We used to be in the pandemic, okay, condition. Now we are jumping into the phase of endemic. So because of we have faced the problems, okay, because of the pandemic, it affected, okay, the growth and the growth of the construction industry in detail, and in general it affected the growth of our gross domestic product, okay, Malaysian one. It is not only because of the COVID, it is not only affected us, but also affected many other countries. Okay, like I mentioned, I've just got back from London 8 months ago. So I have actually faced the challenges of pandemic COVID-19 in both countries, in United Kingdom and as well as in Malaysia. I was fortunate to be able to taste how is it like to be in these two countries and look at the country's action to combat the COVID-19. So what I can say is it's totally remarkable that both of these countries have actually success, have already achieved success in order to combat this. And Alhamdulillah, I think we have already got to the level of 90%, more than 90% being vaccinated. And to tell you the truth, I think United Kingdom is far more beyond than our level, and they reach the 100% fully vaccinated population, maybe I think 6 months ahead of us. Okay, so I can see from my friends who are there, actually they have already gone to take holidays when I'm still in my room. And actually even though that the borders have actually been open and we can actually go wherever we are, okay, because of we can the SOP had been released compared to a month ago, but I haven't had the chance yet to go out, and I'm still in the condition like I am when the pandemic is still going on. So I wonder, how about you guys? Have you guys went anywhere since the border have been open?
Not yet.
Not yet. Still the same routine like a month ago?
Yeah. To be honest, or at least I got used to it, so that if
Yeah.
I want to travel somewhere, it's gonna be kind of weird for me.
Yeah, it makes it weird, isn't it? We have been, we are comfortable where we are actually, and it's actually I don't know about my about the rest of you, but myself, um, I have the intention to go out, and I have the intention to cross border, maybe perhaps to go to Malacca, or to go to Kuala Lumpur, or even to Cameron Highland, or anywhere. Okay, I have the intention, but the motivation is not there. I don't know why. Maybe perhaps I'm thinking about the money that I'm going to spend, and perhaps the the comfort of the house that I'm going to live. Okay, I'm thinking of, I always thinking like, okay, am I going to get the comfort, the same level of comfort that I'm going to get in the new place? So I think that is one of the, one of the weakness of being in being in lockdown phase for almost 2 years. um, we have been used to to be in our own house, okay, not to meet each other, and we have been used to communicating online. So what about the rest of you guys? Dennis, how
Yes.
yeah, so I know that you mentioned that you are working right now, right, in construction industry as site supervisor. So would you mind to share your experience during COVID time? How is it construction industry at your site?
During the COVID time, uh, until now we are still struggling to back up the construction process because most of the workers COVID infection, and then we have to do swab tests twice a week, and then have to record all the all the
Yeah.
all the
So
process.
so the SOP is quite strict, isn't it? So it makes it less personnel that can work at site. So less personnel means more work to be done at the for the personnel that is currently at site, isn't it? Okay. What about in Somalia?
Every
Yes, Dennis.
the SOPs keep changing and changing. Like for the first 6 months, the SOP is like, okay, you can work for 50%. Under 6 months, 30% workers can work, and then they keep changing and changing. It's not like uh, permanent.
Permanent, keep the rules and regulations keep on changing. We need to keep abreast with all the rules and regulations in order for us not to be fined by the authorities, isn't it? It makes us, to do more work than it should be. So no wonder, okay, no wonder the GDP, okay, the progress, okay, of the economical value of our construction industry affected. So right now I'm going to share with you, okay, the growth. Okay, what you are seeing now is the statement, okay, released by the Prime Minister, okay, department, the Department of Statistics Malaysia. Okay, for your kind information, I know some of you guys have already known this, okay, but maybe students from from other countries perhaps have never heard of this before. Okay, but in Malaysia we usually have reportings, okay, done by the Department of Statistics Malaysia, which looking at the Malaysia economic performance, okay, quarterly. So what I'm showing you now is the Malaysia economic performance for the second quarter of 2021. Okay, so you can see here a graph. Okay, so this graph shows Malaysia's economy rebounded 16.1% in the second quarter of 2021. For your kind information, this information is being released in August, okay, this year. So this is really quite recent, 2 months ago. Okay, so this graph showing the growth rate and the quarter. okay, that shows three informations. First is economy in quarterly, okay, the first quarter since first quarter in 2018 until the second quarter of 2021, the recent one. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, can you see my cursor? Okay, so in the middle, okay, in the middle of the graph, it shows the monthly, okay, growth rate in percentage from January last year until June 2021. Okay, and on the left side of this graph shows the annual growth rate, okay, from 2015 until 2020. Okay, can any one of you share, okay, when you look at this graph, what actually it means? Can anyone share? What does it shows you? What does it mean? Anyone want to share? No one? No one. Okay, let's see. On the far left of this graph, you can see the growth rate in quarterly. Okay, which is the first quarter 2018 till the second quarter of 2021. Okay, so basically from the first quarter of 2018 up until the fourth quarter in 2019, it is stable. Okay, the growth rate of the growth of the GDP is normal. Okay, you cannot see any peak, whether it's negative or positive peak. But starting from the first quarter in 2020, okay, you can see, okay, it is going down. The graph is going down from 0.7, okay, go to negative 2.7, and the quarter that been hit the most by pandemic COVID-19 is during the second quarter of 2020. The second quarter means April to June, something like that. Okay, where it is contracted. Okay, the growth, the economic growth is down to negative 17.2% from the usual, from the rest of the quarter. But we can see, okay, in the third quarter of 2020, it moved up. Okay, it moves up. Okay, this perhaps maybe because of the first hit of the COVID-19 has been, I think the hit of the wave of the COVID-19 is like, it goes up, then it goes down, and goes up again, so whatever the trend of the COVID-19 is actually reflect back to the economic performance of our Malaysia, of our country. And positive thing is currently we are in the second quarter. The second quarter have already passed actually of 2021. We can see, okay, the Malaysia's economy have been rebounded to 16.1%. This is a good thing for us. Okay, it shows that whatever the government action, okay, especially in vaccination part, is actually working. And whatever Dennis have already mentioned just now, okay, looking at the rules, the regulations that keep on changing, it actually does something good for our GDP because of the we need to have control, and because of that control, our GDP has been rebounded to quite a number, 16.1%. Okay, congratulations to all of us. Okay, so the same look, the same situation. Okay, if we want to look at if we want to look at the growth rate in monthly. Okay, so April, our country have been hit the most, but since a year after that, okay, April 2021, we've seen good thing happen, and then it went down. Okay, but in June 2021, I don't know, this is the third wave perhaps. Okay, so it actually it's just that right now August, we are expecting a good thing that might happen, okay, and affect this graph soon, okay, in the future release of the GDP, okay, by the Department of Statistics. Okay, so in Malaysia, okay, there are actually five, okay, five industry that contribute the most for our economic growth. Okay, this includes services, manufacturing, agriculture, mining and quarrying, and our own construction industry. Okay, so you can see there, all right, for the second quarter 2021, okay, we have 40.3%, okay, increase, okay, compared to the first quarter of 2021. Okay, the growth is actually almost 50% increase from the last quarter. So okay, that is for I return back to my notes. Okay, okay, so the construction sector expanded, okay, 40.3% from a decrease of 10.4% in the previous quarter. The performance was backed by specialized construction activities and civil engineering, which recorded 58.1% and 50% respectively. Furthermore, the non-residential buildings and residential buildings sectors also improved in this quarter. Nevertheless, construction sector declined. %8.8% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Okay, that's why you see at the far left, far right of the graph that I've just shown you, actually negative 5.6. So it means to say that even though that we have already get good growth, it's just that we need to work more on that to compare to quarterly basis. All right, so that is about gross domestic product in general. Okay, this statistics is being the data is collected from the five main industries that affected the growth, okay, of the economic performance in Malaysia. Okay, this includes, okay, services, manufacturing, agriculture, mining and quarrying, and also construction. But from that point of view, you can see that our industry, construction industry, is actually playing very important part, okay, in in the growth of the economic performance. So means to say that whatever happens to our country, it also affected the construction industry and vice versa. So we need to take care of this industry. We need to do our best, okay, in order for the country, okay, the Malaysia is actually on track for the development progress to become a developed country soon. Okay, I think even though that I'm talking about Malaysia, but I believe that whatever um, the strategy, whatever the uh, points taken by any countries, including Somalia, including Yemen, maybe perhaps we are not using the same strategy in reporting, perhaps in combating the COVID-19, but the aim is actually to have a stability in economic growth, right? We, all of our countries are actually facing our own challenges, and it's up to us, okay, to strategically middle our way, okay, meddle our way into finding solutions. All right. So if that is talking about GDP, okay, what about the construction industry in detail? Okay, how is it? What is the growth of construction industry that I mentioned? I say that, okay, whatever happened to the construction industry will also affect the economic growth. Okay, so as we can see the growth in our GDP, okay, even though not much, but not I think 40% is actually quite good number. So does it reflect the same to our construction industry? Do we have the same growth? Okay, so this is the one that I mentioned, but can you give me like 5 minutes just to drink water? If you have any question, just shoot, okay? This technology, sometimes we cannot rely on them very much. Sometimes we need to turn it on and turn it off just to see whether it's working. But yeah, I'm trying my best to make this presentation as interesting and as informative as I can. Okay, so okay, we go back to um, the growth, okay, the growth of construction, okay, construction industry, okay, like I mentioned just now, okay, as we are looking at the positive growth of our GDP in Malaysia, is it being reflected as well in our construction industry? Generally speaking, okay, yes, it does, okay, because like I said, there are 5 main industries that contributed their data and their growth that makes up the growth in GDP, okay, and construction industry is one of the main industry, okay, that contributed to our economic growth. Okay, so as being expected, a growth of 42.6% in the second quarter of 2021 have been observed. Okay, so this is another release, okay, press released in infographic, okay, that uh, that is released by the Department of Statistics in August. Okay, in August, saying that, okay, the value of construction work done recorded a growth, okay, almost 50%, okay, which in detail 42.6%, compared to the first quarter in 2021, which at that point of time, okay, the growth of this construction work is actually negative 10.5. So it is quite a leap, okay, more than 50% leap from this both quarter. So this growth amount to ringgit Malaysia 28.2 billion in the second quarter. So we can see that many works have been done in construction industry, and this shows in the growth of the economic performance of the industry itself. Okay. So the three main states that contributed ringgit Malaysia 16.9 billion, okay, or 60% value of work done in the second quarter is at the bottom left of this graph that I've shown you. Okay, there are three main states. I think these three main states excel, okay, from quarter to quarter. This is actually the three main states that have lots of work, construction work being done. Okay, that is Selangor, wilayah Persekutuan, and also Sarawak. Okay, so both of the projects, okay, in all construction done, construction work done is actually owned by private sector, okay, more than half of it, which is 53.7%, and also public sector, okay, which is 46.3%. Okay. So we can say that the actually construction industry is doing good at this point of time, and it will also excel in the future, looking at this positive growth. What do you think? How do you feel knowing this? Anyone want to share? No one? Dennis, what do you think? Do you think that what you have gone through, all of the changes in the SOP, is worthwhile?
No, miss. No, madam.
No?
I don't have any.
I hope you can feel at ease with whatever that you're facing now. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the body that administering, okay, construction industry in Malaysia. Okay. The body that is looking up, okay, on the progress of the construction industry in Malaysia is called the Construction Industry Development Board, or CIDB. Okay, CIDB is the board that looking after us. Okay, so CIDB have many functions. Okay, if you want to know more about CIDB, just go to the cidb.gov.my. Okay, and this is the interface of the website of CIDB. Okay, where you can find many information about this board. Okay, have you been in, have you know, browsed through this website before during your degree?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, I know Salah have, because your thesis is in using this. I think you can get the contractors, registered contractors here. Okay, I don't know about the rest of you. Maybe Dennis is aware of it. Are you aware of this CIDB website, Dennis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I think before, if any of you are actually um engage in pre-construction, even like myself, when I did my when I work with the construction industry, I need to prepare the documentation to pay levy, okay, levy to CIDB. I think I don't remember how much the levy is, but it's less than 10%, less than 5% actually. And we need to put the certificate of levy at our site, okay, just to becoming a proof that we have already done our job, and we have already fulfilled our responsibility to CIDB by paying our levy. Okay, it's like a fees, okay, like a fees that is stipulated under the act, okay, which requires all construction projects being done in Malaysia to pay levy, okay, to pay fees to CIDB. I just want to know, as Dennis is actually have been working in construction industry, do you have the CIDB certificate that in regards to the levy on board at your site?
We got,
Sorry?
yes, ma'am, we got the levy.
Yeah. So I think somehow if CIDB comes to the site and check and cannot find that certificate, it is one of the it is you can, the company can be fined, I think. So in this website, okay, you can find many information about construction industry in Malaysia. Okay, why this relates to the CIDB function. Okay, you can find the mission, vision, and goals of CIDB in its website. Okay, but particularly its functions have 14 functions. Okay, so I have already put in this slide 12 of it, okay, and the rest of the two functions you can find it in the CIDB. Okay, I like it to, so that you can go to that website and browse through and find out what are the rest of the functions. Okay, but um, the first function of CIDB is for development. Okay, it is to promote and stimulate the development, improvement, and expansion of the construction industry. CIDB also have the responsibility on research, service, recommendation, consultancy, quality assurance, standards, information system, and training. Okay, training is one major part of CIDB function. Okay, like I say, the levy that the company have been paid to the CIDB, they use it to train locals, okay, to work for the construction industry. They have their own they have their own training centers, okay, of which the locals or whoever that have already been registered can get their training there. Okay, and also CIDB is empowered to register contractors, okay, and also accredit contractors, so that whatever the contractors is being doing in the construction site, they are responsible and they have to answer to CIDB. Okay, one of the rules is you need to have a green card, okay, before you enter the site. The green card also comes with the insurance, so it is one of the it is against the rule if you don't have the green card, okay, when you enter the site without green card. Okay, and CIDB also looking at the building personnel, okay, through green card. Okay, and they also regulates, okay, implementation of safety and quality for construction work. Okay, so these are some of the 14 functions of CIDB, of which you can have the details in its website. All right. So one of the functions of the CIDB is actually to have plans, strategic plans, in order to have our nation's construction industry on track and safe and also sustainable. Okay, so they have CIDB strategic plans. Okay, the one that just finished, and the final report has been released previously. Okay, in 2 or 3 months before. No, sorry, this is last year. Sorry, is the construction industry transformation program that covers from 2016 up until 2020. So what you can see here is actually that one. Okay, for yeah, that one. Okay. Sorry, I just playing with it. Okay, so this CITP 2016 up until 2020 is the 8th CITP report for the 4th quarter of 2020. Okay, have you heard about CITP before? Anyone? No? How about Salah, Saif? Have you heard CITP before?
No, doctor.
No, doctor.
Okay, CITP is a strategic plan for previous 5 years. Okay, so it has ended. Okay, the 8th report, okay, have already been released. Okay, and CITP is actually a strategic strategic plans that is made by the CIDB Malaysia in order to develop construction industry to move toward Industrial Revolution 4.0, which is IR 4.0. So we have right now, currently for 2021 until 2025, we have another one, which is the most current one, and the report, annual report, is going to be based on the CSP 4.0. Okay, so CSP stands for Construction 4.0 Strategic Plan. Okay, so there is a difference, okay, between these two strategic plans. Okay, it has its own strategic thrust. Okay, so for example, like CITP, okay, last 5 years, it has 4 strategic thrusts, okay, that focus its work on quality, safety, and professionalism. Okay, it also focuses on environmental sustainability. Third one is productivity, and fourth one is internalization. Okay, so far, I can say that I can say from the report that the objectives cannot be met 100%. Some of them is between 90 to 100% has been achieved. Okay, the key performance index of CITP, because of the pandemic COVID-19. But it can be said that whatever that we have aimed, okay, the CIDB aim for construction industry for these 4 thrusts actually have been achieved 90%, something like that. All right. So for this current year, okay, and move towards 2025, okay, CIDB, the board that monitor our construction industry in Malaysia, we have, okay, also 4 strategic trusts that is different from the rest of it, from the CITP. Okay, the CIDB have strategic plans to build capacity, okay, to achieve excellence in research, innovation, commercialization, and entrepreneurship, smart integrated technologies, innovation and infrastructure, and also enhance business environment. For your kind information, both of these reports, okay, can be found in CIDB website, okay, and also in CREAM website. CREAM is one of the subsidiaries, okay, of CIDB that is focused on research. All right, so I would very much like to share with you, because this is very important uh, for you guys to know. Okay, give me 5 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay, let me open it up. Are you guys still with me? Is it boring? Is my class boring?
No, it's not like that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to share. Because it takes 2 minutes buffer, but it's not going to be good for the video. But it's okay as long as you live here is good. Okay, share. Mm. Okay, right now I'm sharing the you still cannot see, is it? The CITP report. Can you see it?
Yes, doctor, we can.
Oh, okay, because I pin it. Okay, good. Hold on, I unpin myself. Okay, it is much better, isn't it, for you guys, rather than not sharing. Okay, so I'm going to give you the link, okay, in WhatsApp or in chat lah, in chat. Okay, I will also give you a copy of this inside the author. Okay, what I'm sharing with you is the 8th CITP report. Okay, so they release the reports quarterly. Okay, so this is the 4th quarter of 2020. All right, so this is the content. Let me remind you again that CITP, okay, the strategic plan have already ended. Okay, so this is the last report. Okay, so I have already also mentioned that the CITP have 4 strategic trusts. Okay, and this report shows the focus area of the CITP, okay, in quality, safety, professionalism, sustainability, skills training, technology, export and competitiveness. Okay, so in here you can find IBS, okay, but in the CSP perhaps the use of the word IBS wouldn't be as much as in the CITP. Okay, you can also find QLASIC, SHASIC. Have you heard about QLASIC and SHASIC before?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Would you mind to share with us, Dennis, what is the meaning of QLASIC? Or SASIC? SASIC. I have a paper. My students, my undergraduate students, have published like 5 years ago about QLASIC. Okay, Q stands for the quality. Okay, the SASIC is safety and health. So it is the information, you can find it, okay, in this CITP report if you would like to know further. Okay, but I just want to show you, okay, for CITP, okay, so this is the 4 trusts I've mentioned. Okay, so for each trust, okay, they have their own key performance index. Okay, it is important for me to mention this, even though that it has already passed. Okay, and we now at the CSP period, but you know, learning from the history would be good also. Okay, so so that you know, okay, before you jumping into the more advanced strategic plan, you need to know, okay, where does it comes from. Okay, so CITP from 2016 up until 2020, it has 4 trusts: quality, safety, and professionalism. Okay, it has 4 quality key performance index for quality and 2 KPI for safety. Okay, so each of the trusts, okay, they have its own KPI. Okay, so for it all depends. Okay, it all depends on the first trust. The first trust, they have 11 trust KPI. Okay, for environmental sustainability, it has 6 trust KPI, and the productivity 9 trust KPI, and trust 4 regarding the internalization, it has 10 trust KPI. So we see how do they uh, is it, have they achieved it or not. Okay, this point of time it lost. This one. Okay, this is the summary of achievements by the 4 strategic trusts from 2016 up until 2020. So progress is 90%. So this is because of the pandemic. Okay, pandemic COVID-19. So we can see, okay, the progress is quite slow and we cannot achieve it. Okay, but we have to move on to the CSP. CSP is the construction 4.0 strategic plan. So we need to move on. Okay, and I think the strategic trust that CSP is more advanced, okay, to compare to CITP strategic trust. Okay, so let's see what is CSP. Okay, I'm also going to share, okay, the this is in Malay, but okay, for your kind information, in CIDB, okay, website, it has this infographic. It's just that it is in Malay language. Okay, so you need to dig further to find the strategic trust in English. So you need to go to the CREAM website. Okay, CREAM website is the Construction Research Institute of Malaysia. Have you heard about it before? CREAM. Have anyone? Not yet. Never. Okay, so this is something that new from what you can learn from what you have already learned in your bachelor degree. Okay, so I have already provided the website. Okay, mostly my notes are actually being extracted from this strategic plan 4.0. I need to do that. Okay, why I'm going to tell you after this. Alright, so what you see in front of you now is the Construction 4.0 strategic plan. Okay, this is Malaysia's government plan, okay, which is administered by this Construction Industry Development Board, CIDB, to spearhead, okay, our construction industry through the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Okay, so that's why its theme is Next Revolution of the Malaysian Construction Industry. We have to move forward even though that 90% of the CIDP, the strategic plan before, is not fully achieved. Okay, but it is a good base for us to start moving beyond. Okay, and go ahead. Alright, so this CSP, okay, 4.0 is a very beneficial for you guys to read, okay, to understand. Why? Because we can charter our way, okay, ahead. For example, like you want to have like you want to maybe you want to do research in construction for your master project, or you want to do research for your PhD. Okay, you can start by looking at this strategic plan, okay, by knowing what is actually the government of Malaysia is trying to achieve in 5 years time. You can charter your way, okay, to look at what are the gaps, what are the things that you can do your research on. Okay, so that's why, okay, my notes are actually, my today's note is actually more or less are actually the same, okay, which I extracted the information, because I know if I left it for you guys to read, it wouldn't be, you know, beneficial to anyone, right? Okay, so I have already given the website. Okay, so it had for your kind information, okay, this report was published in 2020. Okay, so in order for them to get this report being released, they have done lots of many research and many focus groups, okay, to put this report, okay, to release this report. Okay, so let's see what is CSP. I have already mentioned, okay, the CSP have also 4 trusts, okay, but before we move on to that trust and look at what are the things that they are going to have focus on, okay, let's see. Okay, so this report has Industrial Revolution Overview, okay, Construction 4.0, Strategic Plan. This is the trust, okay, where you can find the trust, okay. Okay, I think the phrase, the 2 words, Industry Revolution, have been mentioned so many times before. Have you heard about it before? IR 4.0. Have you guys heard of it, IR 4.0 before?
No, doctor.
No? Well, that's kind of pity, because IR 4.0 is actually it has been mentioned so many times. In all of the that relates to construction. So don't worry, I'm going to share with you. Okay, but before that, okay, let me show you, okay, what is the meaning of the industrial revolution. Okay, so the industrial revolution is what you can see here. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah, we took one course like C programming.
C programming, C++, is it?
Yeah, basically.
Do you find it hard, that subject?
Somehow, yeah. Somehow they like the array
I don't.
they were quite high.
I don't remember what did I learn and is it the same between coding and programming? I don't even know. But the things that if I need to run a program, I need to have codes, right? So that's why I relate between coding and programming, or basically to have a software, to develop a software, you need to have programming information, education, isn't it? So that's why I relate it. I don't know what 5 years old actually learning in coding. But I have my daughter. I have my daughter go to school during when I did my postdoctoral research at the Imperial College London. So she enrolled in one of the schools when she was 3 years old, and she finished. Then we moved to Malaysia when she's 4.5 years. So basically, she has 1.5 years there, learning from the system, education system in United Kingdom. So when she was 4 years old, actually, she three and a half, actually 3.5. The second term, she has been exposed to use iPad. So she got her own iPad at school. Okay, it is shared basis. So she learned how to use iPad at school. So when she got back to our house, and then she started to play with my computer, to my laptop, I was shocked. Okay, she didn't know how to read at that point of time, but because of the games for the children, is actually doesn't require for them to to read. They can browse through and successfully run the software without having to read the instruction. It is quite a good thing, okay, because have you heard about SketchUp before? A software, architectural software, SketchUp. Yes. Is it, I teach my daughter, who's now 5 years old. She can basically develop a house, okay, even though it's boxy, but she can use SketchUp. So that is Yeah, so that is how advanced kids are. I don't know, maybe because she's been exposed to the education system in the United Kingdom, that exposing students to use iPad when she's only 3.5 years old, or she is basically Generation Z, that is,
They are familiar with technology.
yes, they are very familiar. Can you imagine someone who's can use SketchUp without knowing, without reading, without knowing how to read? She cannot read yet. My daughter, she cannot read yet. So let's imagine the potential in 20 years time, and how we, like myself, I'm older 40 years than my daughter. How far left behind am I going to be when she is already 20 years old and enter the career time, when she finish her university, when college days, and then entering the job, uh, entering the industry. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, if we are not equip ourselves with all the information that relates to Industrial Revolution 4.0, we are going to be left far, far behind. So that is why, okay, I think it is very important for us to get to know, okay, to know what is actually happening in the industry, what is actually happening in the developed countries, because whatever that is happening in the developed countries, the developing countries like Malaysia is going to follow. Okay, so just the same like pandemic. Okay, pandemic COVID-19. I told you in our first hour, I told you that Malaysia is behind United Kingdom like 6 months, to compare to the actions to combat the COVID-19. So I think the trend is the same about construction industry. So right now in United Kingdom, okay, even though that it's pandemic, during that time when I was there, the construction industry is still on. Okay, I still remember when even the school there is still on. Okay, when the pandemic hit. Okay, I think um, I remember that I've been requested to work from home, okay, since February 2020. Okay, and my daughter is still at school. She needs to go to school up until May or June, something like that. They are required to go to school. So it's the same like construction industry. When I pick up my daughter from her school, I can see construction workers still doing their job in front of my house. At that point of time, there is in front of our house a construction project. So there are construction workers who's drinking coffee, okay, having tea time in front of our house. So we can see that they are still working, and um, it is okay. So that is construction industry during during pandemic happens. Okay, my postdoctoral research is about waste, about plastic waste. So at the point of time, I was busy doing research, and we are applying for a grant that in regards to construction waste. So I also know that at that point of time, construction industry workers is still doing their job. Okay, but they have their own standard operating procedure that they need to follow, because the reason of you cannot do construction, for example, like construction of a roof from your house, if you are requested to do the job at home. So construction needs construction workers to be at site, okay, to construct facilities to construct buildings, so they cannot do it from home, except for all the administration or all the things that you can use computers. So I think that that affected the rise, okay, that has caused the rise of building information modeling. Okay, at that point of time we can see contractors, okay, start to use laser, okay, because the SOP requires them to have only perhaps 50% of the personnel at site, so they are lacking personnel to work at site, so they are moving towards automation. They are using robots, okay, to monitor the progress of the construction. So one of the ways is they use lasers just to check, okay, the whether the tech structures, the tech column, the tech beams, okay, or whatever main structure or superstructure or anything else is at the progress is as they are expected. Okay, so they are starting to put cameras, and then they are starting to use drones, okay, and they are starting to use iPads. They have already used iPads since quite a long time ago. Since I think in United States, they have used online construction drawings and bring it to the site, okay, especially in United States. They have used iPad online construction drawings, okay, which they can access in the engineering drawings in software, in using softwares, for example, like Adobe Reader, that makes it very easy and very accessible at site. So those are the things that is actually happening, which I can share with you. Okay, but if we are looking back at the developing countries like Malaysia, it's very hard for us to to keep on track with whatever is happening in developed countries, because we have challenges to apply technologies, including challenges with people. Okay, some people is old people. There are very they have been used to the technologies, the old technologies that they are comfortable with. Okay, there are also challenges in governance. Okay, CIDB needs to have a very clear vision and direction. Okay, so that is why CSP 4.0 is there. Okay, but the implementation and the the looking over of whether what they have already lined is put into practice or not is something else. Okay, and we also have faced technology challenges in economic terms. Okay, because like what I've shared you before, the economic growth is still unstable. Okay, so even though that we can see positive growth, okay, we can see growth in compared to the first quarter of 2021, but we are still unstable. Okay, we can you need to know also that we are facing technology challenges in integrated technologies. So right now many of the companies in construction industry is using AutoCAD. Okay, so in to use better integrated tools like Revit is somehow isn't there yet. Okay, so if you know BPC, yeah, our undergraduate alumni have been taught about using Revit. Okay, like I don't know, Dennis have been taught or not yet, but I know that in construction technology for undergraduates, students have been exposed to use Revit, but we got feedback from the industry that requires us to put more focus on teaching our students how to use AutoCAD. Okay, so this shows that our industry is not as ready as we thought it should be. Okay, so using better integrated tools like Revit, okay, which in Revit we can use structural robot structural, okay, and then Revit architecture, okay, it is better integrated. And we have another one software, okay, called Abbas is where you can use this software for project management, of which you can use Revit and also AutoCAD as a plug-in tool, so that it whatever that it changes in the construction designs, okay, it can automatically be changed in the master plan, and it will affect the cost, and it will also affect the duration of the project. So the technologies like Akibas, okay, it is a very costly technology to have, so not many can have that. Okay, and I don't know whether Revit, it's also same like AutoCAD, but AutoCAD is being used wide enough, so some of them can get illegal softwares out of that. But Revit, I don't know. The cost is still high, I think. That's why the AutoCAD is still being used. But we need to find some solution, okay, in order to make our industry ready, okay, to receive the technology that is being used to enhance the construction process, and lessen the time, and also increase the quality, and decrease the issues or accidents, okay, that relates to safety and health. Right. So that is technology challenges. Okay. So I'm going to share with you what are the developments and how are they being applied. Okay, what are the technology development, okay, and how are they applied in the construction industry in this less than half an hour time. Okay, so emerging technologies, okay, includes prefabrication and modular construction. Okay, this is where IBS, okay, is situated. So IBS, we in Malaysia we've used IBS system since 1960s. Okay, in United States, okay, they use word prefab. Okay, prefabrication and modular construction. Okay, so I hope you do understand what is prefabrication. It is straightforward. Okay, it means to say that you fabricate the structural elements, okay, in a factory. Okay, you prefabricate it, and using modular construction. Okay, a very unit, okay, a unit matrix that is standardized, okay, in order for to avoid confusion in unit matrix use, because like we all know, some of the contractors use inch, feet, some of contractors use meters. So there are the metrics that they use is unstandardized. So if you use modular construction all throughout the construction industry, it will makes it easy. Okay, so I know that there are some problems when they use IBS and they fabricate some of these structural elements, and when they send the elements to the site, the contractors found that it is not as it should be. It cannot be joined because of the difference in the things that they ordered and the things that they make. Okay, the construction elements will require times to fabricate. Okay, so if the manufactured items, the structural elements is not as in order, it will require time to fabricate it again. Okay, by using modular construction, it will avoid that. Okay, and by using prefabrication, you know that the 3D setting of the construction site will be improved. Okay, so because the site, all the concreting, okay, all the bricklaying and everything is not done at site, so the site won't be dirty. Okay, everything is being done at at the factory. Okay, so that is why prefabrication and modular construction. I think in Malaysia we have already have that. It's just that logistic issues like in Sarawak. Okay, I think 4 years ago they are still having problems to transport because in Sarawak only have one companies or one fabricator or one company that is fabricate IBS elements. Okay, so so that is prefabrication and modular construction. So I also hope that you have already heard about building information modeling. It is a central repository, okay, which requires integration of fragmented disciplines of architecture, engineering, construction, and to optimize the life cycle performance of buildings. So the use of BIM can avoid the mistakes of like the architectural mistakes. So by having an integrated tool, okay, using the building information modeling concept, all the mistakes of having like wrong location of pipe or wrong location of doors. Okay, so if we are using like a very separated technologies to use this, okay, to design this, okay, we will make mistakes, we will easily make mistakes. Okay, so we need to have a very integrated tool, okay, in order to get all the changes that is requested by the clients are being delivered successfully. Okay, so apart from BIM, apart from prefab, we have also autonomous construction. Okay, this is automatic assembly method of construction tasks by applying robot that is controlled using computer process and mechanism. I think we rarely seen this in Malaysia. And also augmented reality and visualization, which is an interaction between human and computer, which would enable individual to distinguish both virtual and real world object. This is where we can use, for example, like companies, the designers, they have already designed the client's request, and rather than showing it in the computer or showing it in 2D models, okay, they can use the goggles, okay, and the clients can see, okay, and they can walk from one room to another by using augmented reality. So that is one of the things, okay, one of the technology being applied in the construction industry. Okay, and the next technology is cloud and real-time collaboration. Okay, this is what I mentioned just now when they use laser to check, okay, using the RFID, okay, to check whether there are at the progress or not. So it is in real time, okay, and the data is stored cloud-based. Okay, and it is internet centric to provide free flow of manufacturing information for construction professions and offering a huge amount of storage resources. And then 3D scanning and photogrammetry. Okay, the laser also used as 3D scanning. Okay, a data acquisition and mapping tool with the ability to interpolate a photograph to become 3D models for changes monitoring. Okay. Okay, this is far more beyond, okay, from the the technology that we have now use. Okay, this includes big data and predictive analytic, okay, 3D printing and additive manufacturing, advanced building materials, Internet of Things, blockchain, and artificial intelligence. So these are all the technologies, okay, being developed currently and for future use, and how is it applied, okay, in the construction industry. So having all the innovations, okay, we have to make sure that the technology requirements are being met. Okay, the fourth industrial revolution that relates to what you can see here, it not only affect the construction industry, but it also affect wholesale and retail trade, transportation and storage, accommodation and food service, information and communication, financial, real estate, education and entertainment, and also agriculture. Okay, so all these technological innovations are being used in all these industries, and all of them are affected to one another. So if perhaps let's say that the entertainment business have been using 3R, or they have been using like how they produce the Transformers, how a movie, how they produce the Harry Potter. So the advancements in the technology in entertainment will also affected all other industries. Okay, that all the industries are actually learning from each other, okay, how to use the advanced innovation. So in order to looking back in Malaysia, okay, so we need to have these four main items to be enhanced, okay, in order to fulfill the technology requirements. We need to we need to enhance our academia, our industry, our society, and also our government. Okay, so if we're talking about our university, okay, in academia, so students should be exposed to all these technologies, all these innovations, right from the beginning of their education years. Okay, like what I told you in when about my daughter. Okay, and coding. Okay, she didn't learn coding. She didn't need. Just that when she can learn SketchUp, I was just like thinking how remarkable it is, okay, if she can learn coding because the basis is there. Okay, but we need to move on. Okay, in Malaysia we need to do something about this. Okay, we need to expose our students right at the beginning years of their schooling, through education. Okay, and also we need to support spin-off start-up companies. Okay, for example, like one of you, perhaps maybe you have an innovation, okay, and you will be supported. I think the thing that is happening in Imperial College London is that they are very supportive about the spin-off, about their startups. They have even they are very supportive about companies that they want to need. When I did my PhD there 11 years ago, I joined a business skill, soft skill course. Okay, I was required to pitch, okay, my business ideas during the what they call it, Dragon Den. Okay, there's an event. I think you can search for Dragon Den. It is a very popular TV show, okay, in the United Kingdom, Dragon Den. Even Malaysian have already won one of the session. Okay, so they are very they even have like a design course for startups, okay, to practice their pitch. and the winners of that during the winners of the course that I mentioned, they have the opportunity to pitch. To pitch means to say like the 3-minute thesis, to pitch, to present, okay, in allocated time, for example like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, okay, to angels. Angels are those who are willing to give money to the spin-off, okay, and to support, okay, their innovation, okay, and then they have an incubator, okay, and research and development. So that is about academia. Okay, when if we can, okay, in our industry, in our construction, in our academia, in our university, do this, okay, we are expecting, okay, the industry to be ready for all the innovations that we are going um, to innovate, okay. So uh, when we deploy our technology, then the industry should be ready, okay. We need to work by hand, okay. By hand means to say that we need to work together, industry and academia, in order to have the governance of the organization for the startup, for example, okay. It is not it's not uncommon to find companies, for example like Honda, for example like the electric car company, what is it, I forget, like start with D. I'm sorry, I forget the name. But it is uncommon for these companies, big names, okay. They have PhD students, okay, to do research at Imperial College London, which their fees are actually being paid by these companies, okay, for them to run research at Imperial College London. So we need to work between university and industry, okay, and the collaboration should be like that lah, okay, so that the R&D is being supervised by both the industry supervisors and academia, okay. And then if the industry is ready, the society should also be ready, okay, by having, you know, PhD students, by having more of students to do postgraduate studies, okay. Okay, so in Malaysia still lecturers like me, okay, who is actually in permanent position doing research, okay. We have also postdoctoral which being paid, but the reality is still not many of them, okay. And I think there are not many of companies who actually giving us money for our students to do research for them, okay. So it is a very long way for Malaysia to uh, follow the footsteps of developed countries like United Kingdom. So I think the government, our government, Malaysia government, is actually playing its role very well, okay, by having CSP, by having CITP, okay. So they have shown the leadership. It's just that the implementation of that CITP and CSP is actually at question now. Okay, so to end this session, okay, I go back to the most easy part. Okay, I think most of you have been exposed. Okay, this is the development process of the construction of any facilities or any buildings. Okay, first is pre-construction, construction, and post-construction. Okay, so I need you guys to think about all the technologies that I have mentioned and try to put it, okay, into which pre-construction stage that you think will benefit the stage at its best. Okay, so yeah, do you have any question? We have like 7 minutes more.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, so do you find what I'm sharing today is interesting? Is it eye-opening or not?
Yes, of course.
Mm,